I found some great things at the thrift shop and I'm taking you guys with me. Let's go. Hi, I'm Irene, Lifestyle Over 60, and today we're going thrifting. Come with me, it's so much fun. We went to Trove, Los Angeles. It's in Westwood, and it is kind of like a high-end thrift shop. It's in a good neighborhood, and they know what they have, and they priced it accordingly. So we're going to be talking about my Trove visit coming up, but I wanted to cover a couple of things first in this video. So first to tell you a story about my thrifting and why I'm qualified to do a video, like anyone really is. I had an out of the closet thrift shop around the corner from me for several years. And I mean a half a block away, okay? Out of the closet used to, they think they still are, but they're not around me anymore. They were a thrift shop and all of the profits went to benefit AIDS, patients, AIDS research, anything AIDS related. So I felt really good shopping there. And I found some amazing things, some that I'll show you. But I learned how to thrift by doing it a lot. So I'm going to teach you some of the things that I learned. But before I do, if you don't mind liking and subscribing, that would be so great. It helps me out, it helps out my channel. That'd be fabulous. All right, so how to thrift. The best thing I can tell you about it, and this is from years of experience, is that you just have to kind of go and do it a lot and find places in your area, if you can, that you can get to know. So, for example, the thrift shop around the corner from me that I used to go twice, 3 times a week had a new arrivals rack. So if you find a thrift shop with a new arrivals rack, run there first, because that will be the least picked over and your best chance of finding a bargain. So that's the first thing to check out. Then it seemed like on a Tuesday of a 3-day weekend, that was the best possible time to go. And different places are different. So, but for this thrift shop, Monday or Tuesdays seem to be best selection. Then what to look for. So vintage is a whole world unto itself, and I know one of you requested I do a video on vintage, and so I might do that in the future. But for something to be vintage, it has to be at least 20 years old and not older than 100 years old. So right now it's 2025. So anything from 2005 to the 1920s would be considered vintage. Anything older than that is antique, and anything newer than that is just old. All right, you're looking at the thrift shop, you're looking at all these different things, and depending on where you are, if you're going to say Goodwill, you're going to be finding anything from Forever 21 to hopefully, some of the higher end designer things. And so you kind of have to get to know your labels, know your brands, and know what you like, what your style is if you're shopping for yourself, what your size is, because in many of the thrift shops, they don't have dressing rooms, so you kind of just have to guess. So know your size, and then know how to spot quality clothing. So first of all, quality fabrics are the natural fabrics to look for. So silk, wool, cotton, what else? Oh, the big fabrics. Silk, wool, cotton, linen, and what else? You guys, cashmere, more of the natural fabrics. Look for those. They'll last longer too than a polyester or a polyester blend. Look for quality construction. So how do you do that? Turn a garment inside out and look at the seams, look at how well sewn it is. Check out the buttons and the buttonholes, especially for wear and tear with the buttonholes. Yeah, and so check all these things out before you buy anything at a thrift shop. Also, smell it. Smell it. Because if someone's been wearing it a lot and it has perfume smell or something, yeah, that's hard to get out. Smell it. Check for stains. Like the hair, you can see, check for stains. Check the underarms for staining and damage. Check the seams. Is it well sewn? Is it finished? Are there raw edges? Is it lined? Is the lining quality? Is it well sewn into the garment? All of these things are things to check. Do the patterns match up where the seams are? Is there puckering where there shouldn't be? All these things will tell you. Loose thread will tell you, oh, that's not a high quality garment, or maybe it was in the past, but it's too worn to be a high quality garment now. One of the things you can do when you're thrifting, if you find something, like I found this jacket that I quite liked, I didn't know the brand. What you can do is go to Google on your phone, and when you do google.com, so it comes up, just search, you'll see next to the search bar, there's a camera icon. If you don't already know this, you probably already do, but in case you don't. There's a camera icon, so hit the camera icon. It will have you open your camera app in your phone, and then you just take a picture of the thing, so in this case, of the clothing label. And following will be from Google a whole list of similar items and something about them, usually. Then sometimes you can find the same label. So you can do that. There's also something called fashionguild.com where you can go and search labels, especially labels from the past, if you're wanting to date a vintage piece, for example. So that's fashionguild.com. Some other tips for thrifting are be in the mood. It really helps if you're in the mood. If you're feeling really bloated and fat, you're not going to want to try on clothes and you're feeling kind of gross, you probably won't want to shop anyway. So, try to be in the mood. Try not to be hungry, try to have enough time so you don't feel rushed. And try not to feel like you have to buy something. If there's anyone pressuring you, or if you feel like, oh, I've come all this way, I really have to buy something. Just because something is inexpensive doesn't mean you're going to wear it or it's a good buy for you. So sometimes it's good just to look and just to refine your sense of style a little bit. All right, let's go use what we just learned in the actual environment. This is Trove. And here we go. Now, when you enter a thrift shop, it can be kind of overwhelming how much they have. Don't let that overwhelm you. Just start looking, and you're gonna see things that you don't know what they are, and then you're gonna find things like this is a Rag & Bone sweater. And of course, I know the brand Rag & Bone. You probably do too. Medium to high end. Kind of know the prices. This is a lot for a used Rag & Bone sweater. However, here I found an Ann Taylor dress. It could be vintage, but maybe not. At $19.99, and this is really beautifully sewn, beautifully crafted. Not my style, but still, this would be a good buy. Diane von Furstenberg. Okay, this dress new. $450 to $650, so $65 for a used. If it's in good shape, Furstenberg is not bad. Yeah, I need this information. Now, this is the brand I didn't know, and so I would have used my Google thing to find out that, yeah, it's a high-end European brand. Might be worth buying if you love the garment itself, even at $74.99. And always look for stains. Check out this lipstick stain on the white garment. Yeah, you're not going to want to buy something that's stained. And also, for example, this Lacoste dress. If you know Lacoste, you like the brand, you're going to know that this dress new is about $120. Okay, this segment I'm just going to be showing you some of my favorite thrift store finds to inspire you to go out there and look for yourself. I got this coat at my favorite out of the closet thrift shop years ago for under $10. And how cute is it? It's a stretched velvet, nothing fancy. It's the label Georgette, which I've not heard of, and I will show you how to search for it, and it doesn't turn up anywhere. So Georgette coat with the faux fur and the faux fur, and just cute, cute, cute. And the thing I love about this is that no one else has it. It's probably vintage, but it's not a label that I could find out anything about. So you can find things like that that no one else has, which I love. Alright, this top I blame you guys for, because I went to the thrift shop to look for you guys, and this jumped into my cart. This is by the Couples, and I paid $29 for it, and it is, I love it. I think I'm going to wear it a lot. It's a really, really pretty top and great for summer. It's on the sheer sides, have a black tank top underneath it. Gorgeous, right? Okay, the Couples, $29.99. And then I don't blame you guys for this one, because I got this a while ago. This is the Alexander McQueen skull scarf that I have been coveting since a client of mine wore it 20-something years ago. And I finally got it from the Real Real. The new skull scarves, they still sell them. They've been on the market a long time. The new Alexander McQueen skull scarf is, I want to say, between $350 and $400. I paid $199 for this, and it was never worn. It was no signs of wear whatsoever. And I wear it a lot. I just love it. So the Real Real, you can find some really good buys. Okay, and then I do blame you all for this one, because I got this yesterday when I went to the thrift store for you. And this is Donny West. I love Donny West. And look at how pretty it is. It is a kind of a heavy sweatshirt that would look good with leggings, black pants, black jeans, and it's got beautiful embroidery, 100% cotton. I don't think it was ever worn. And I paid $69 for it. Knew this would be at least $250 or $3. Sometimes they, sell for more with this much embroidery on it. But isn't it pretty? You guys. Alright, and this is the queen of all my thrift store finds. Vintage Donna Karan. I paid $10 for it. I have worn it so many times to so many events, I can't even tell you. Look how pretty it is. It's in perfect condition when I bought it. It's holding up amazingly well. That's one thing about, the vintage, well-made, high-end clothing. It will hold up over the years. It's completely sheer. You can tell it in the light. So you have to wear like a full slip dress with it. And this you guys aren't on the hook for. I got this before. This is from Think Accept. Do you know this label? The brand Think Accept. They make really beautiful things, especially blazers, suiting. And I got this from the Real Real as well for less than $200. And new, $450 to $600 for a brand new Think Accept blazer. Really high quality, very well made. See this button? You can kind of tell when you're looking for quality, the buttons and the buttonholes matter. So yeah, the Real Real once again. Think of that. So that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. Please like, subscribe, join our party. We're having fun. And let me know, do you go thrifting? Do you know good thrift places to go, especially around LA? Where we went today is called Trove, and it's good for the higher end stuff. And the Real Real, like I've talked about before. Beyond that, if you know what you're looking for, Poshmark, ThredUp, eBay can be good sources of finding, particularly vintage or a particular item that you want. All right, that's it. Comment, like, subscribe, and come and see me again really soon.